Alright, what up everyone? Welcome back to CK Fishing. If you could subscribe, helps your boy out. It's free, real quick, real easy. We are out here on Lake Ray Roberts today. Gonna be out here the next 2 days. Got a full moon and a warming trend. Really, my goal is to catch a big one. I really want to catch like a giant. I mean, we're gonna bounce around, put in some long days out here, and see what happens. We got one. Turned off the stupid active target. Came up here shallow. That's probably a female. Not a bad one either. Strong one. Bit it and went right for the deep water. I thought it was like snagged. I mean, it freaking ran. These fish are moving up, I think. Grinded all day yesterday. I mean, most of the day. It was hot as hell. And I caught two little ones, two little babies. My active target is not working right now, which is a pain. So I spent a good bit of time being frustrated with that yesterday, and I really feel like my best bet at like a giant, like a 10-pounder, is out in those trees deep. And I was trying to live scope, but then the active target wasn't working, and it was just overall a frustrating day. So I said, if the active target's not working, I'm gonna stop looking for a 10-pounder and just try to go actually catch some numbers. And we got a bit pretty quick shallow, but I know how this lake is, so I think we're fishing shallow today. See if you can run into a couple big ones. For some reason I have the Jurassic Park ringtone stuck in my head. There's like a bird that made a noise that kind of sounded like it. Brought back a little memory. Shout out Jurassic Park 3. That's like one of my favorite movies of all time. Probably watched that movie like 100 times when I was a kid. I used to watch that movie like every day, bro. Oh, one hit it right there. Oh, that's a good fish. Oh, yes. That was sick. Good one. Let her go back and do her thing. Off a bed. So I found this secret holding pond. I don't even know if I could get in. It's like inches of water getting in here. And they're freaking spawning in here, dude. It's like a foot of water in here. I just caught about a 5-pounder off a bed. I just let her go real quick because I want to make sure she does her thing. Oh, that was a good fish too. God, he smoked on the way down. Never had a hook in him. God, they're so strong in here. Nice. 3-pounder. There's probably 25 pounds in here. Good solid one. I mean, the craziest thing is this was like dry land or inches of water. A couple inches of water or dry land probably. Not very long ago. There he is. Oh, came off. That was a good fish, dude. That was a good fish. What the f do I have on? What is it? It's a bass. It's a new state record. It's a big ass gar. Holy shit. Jesus Christ. What in the... Ah, thank you. That's the one I saw. He's like a 3.5, I think. We'll see how big he is. Man, I stirred up the bottom there. Dude, he bit on the full. He's got it. He was riled up. So after I found that pond, I went and explored some different areas, tried to find some pre-spawn stuff, and checked out a couple different creeks. And after not really doing anything other than hooking a giant gar that you guys saw a little bit of there, I decided to go back to that pond because I had a very strong feeling that there was more fish in there that I just simply missed. I kind of went through it fast the first time, and so this is what went down. I was trying to throw him back onto the bed. I didn't want to throw him out here and get him confused. Hopefully he got back on there. Man, he hammered it the second time I threw him there. You did not want that near him. Oh, one had it, bro. One for sure had it by the tail. I don't know if that was the same one or not. That was like a little bit further to the left though. So I'm wondering if that was a different one. Fixing to find out. Get in the right spot. She should bite again. Oh, she's biting it. Got her. Definitely good. I don't know if it's the same fish or not. I think it is the same one. Yeah, no, it's a different one. Definitely a different one. Not as big. Good solid one though. Not the same one. But she's all nasty. Good solid one. Yeah, the one before was all nasty. I'm not gonna show the back camera because I don't want these guys to see. Another 3-ounder. Trying to be low because there's people over it. That's a better one. That's a better one. It's a 4-ounder. Again, it's a different fish. For sure. Different one. I'm just so curious if there's like a freaking giant in here. Could definitely see there being one. Dude, there's so many fish in here. This is a little one. This is just silly. That's just a little male. This is just silly, dude. I did not realize how many fish are actually in here. She hasn't dropped her eggs yet. She's still full of them. Yep. Jesus Christ. It's a freaking beaver, that's what it was. Oh, the beaver's pissed I'm in his home. He's like, I'm trying to catch some Z's. Been a long day of chopping on that wood, boy. Get out my home. Yeah, as you guys can see, I missed a ton of fish because I went back and caught about 2 to 3 times as many as the first time I was in there. I also lost a couple the first time because it turns out a lot of these fish are actually bedfish, and I didn't realize that first because the water was a little bit murky. It was very hard to actually see. I wasn't sight fishing them necessarily. There's a couple of beds where I could see the bed just barely, and I'd flip to it and get bit, you know, eventually. But a vast majority of these fish I was catching, I was just going really, really slow.
and just basically blind sight fishing. And a lot of these fish, I think, were fresh and hadn't actually seen a lure yet. So they were a lot more willing to bite on the first or second flip, as opposed to, you know, if they were more pressured, I probably would have had to sit there and flip a few times to get them to bite. But overall, it was a lot of fun for sure.
All right, I think it's about time to call it. What a fun day of jacking on them, but it's getting dark, and I kind of want to leave this creek when I still have some light, so I don't nail a tree. Don't really want to get stranded out here, have to spend the night, especially because there's going to be storms tonight. Where's the 11s? I guess the 11s haven't quite moved in yet. They ought to be out in those trees though, you would think. I would think.
And of course, as I was idling out, I'm fairly certain it was a giant largemouth that decided to jump next to one of the trees. And so I decided to stop and, you know, how can I not make a few casts with a jerkbait? Didn't end up catching anything. And then at this point, it was like really getting dark. And I was like, yeah, I should definitely, you know, go back to the launch now. But that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.